Nike Dunks for outdoors? Yep, let's get into it. Hello everyone, how's it going? Thanks a lot for joining the channel. My name is Devagaro and today we have another pop-in, great, awesome review. I hope you enjoy it, so let's get into it. I'm super interested in reviewing this sneaker because it really didn't get a lot of attention. It went a little bit under the radar, mostly because of two different reasons. Number one, since March we've been in a very atypical situation, and because of that there were multiple delays and reshufflings of the drop date for these sneakers. And the second reason was mostly because of the fact that they were dropped in different select boutique skateboard shops where the drop dates varied, and they were also based on raffles. So why don't we just go ahead and get into the review. As you can see, these feature a beautiful purple box with the Nike SB logo on the lid. Once we open them and we pop out the sneakers, these are the Nike ACG Dunk Lows. For those of you who are not familiar with ACG, ACG stands for All Conditions Gear, and it was developed back in the late 80s. Specifically, it launched in 1989, but in the last few years, it's made a big splash and a big comeback. Mostly ACG is geared towards outdoor activities. The whole idea behind ACG is to develop products that can withstand the most extreme elements like rain, wind, heat, water, etc. So they're super cool, and I'm really happy I was able to get my hands on them. Side by side, these sneakers look out of this world. They're very nice. They remind me a lot of the Viotechs. However, in my opinion, I think that these are more wearable. I think that the combination that Nike pulled off with these colors, the purple, the black, the yellow, you have some spare strings, which are this type of a very bright, I would say, scarlet or bright red type of a color. So I think that these sneakers have that very nice, very well crafted balance in terms of coloring. The insole of these sneakers is yellow with red branding, and it features Zoom Air, which if I flip it over, we can see the air unit in the back heel, which is for added support and more comfort. We can also see some more extra padding on the front around the ball of the foot, which also is designed to provide that extra grip and padding, and so that it's more comfortable overall. Now, getting into the features of the sneaker. If we start from the top, we can see these yellow laces in, I would describe as a yellow more closely resembling an egg yolk. And then if we move into the medial side, we can see that there are different overlays of the scarlet swoosh. We have, all of it is in suede, and we have blacks. We have the mud guard, which is in a purple color. And just one other thing, the official color or colorway, or however you want to call it, but the official colorway of these sneakers for this yellow is taxi. So I think that that's another assimilation or resemblance that you could draw. So as I said, your usual perforated toe box. This is all suede in black, the mud guard. Then if we look at the other side, we can see the swoosh. In the back heel, we can see all of the different colors featured in the shoe, with the purple, the black, the burgundy maroon or scarlet, and then we can see the taxi yellow on the embroidered stitching for the Nike branding, as well as another overlay of purple suede. The sock liner is black, and the insoles are yellow with red or scarlet branding. Moving into the medial side of the shoe, we have a speckled midsole, which more closely resembles, I'd like to say, Oreo cookies. And then something that really caught my attention is this stitching right across the midsole, which is this same taxi yellow color. So that gives it a very subtle breath of freshness to the sneakers. So I think that that's very, very awesome, very cool. Flipping the shoe to the bottom, we can see the outsole features a black color with a yellow hit in the middle with the Nike SB branding, which is exactly the same yellow that we have on the shoelaces and on the heel over here. When we get to the tongue, it's one of those thick, fat tongues, which we really like, that they're designed to provide additional support for skateboarders. And the branding, the Nike SB branding, comes in this same scarlet red type of a maroon color. So you can see it over here. Now that we've gone over these sneakers inch by inch, why don't we just go ahead and throw these bad boys on feet.
In the darkest hour, I wanna come for you. I know you've been alone. Oh, where do you go? In your head when in the real world is snow. Oh, I know how you hit the cold. Spend your life searching for more. Afraid to leave, afraid to show. Fight to leave, fight to leave, fight to show. Sometimes find yourself knowing no.
In terms of sizing, guys, I always suggest stopping by your local skateboard shop or shoe store so you can throw these on feet and give it a shot. Understand if the fitting is good or not, and you can have a better understanding and a better idea of what your good fit is. If you go true to size, I think you should be good. When we get to pricing, I like to break it down into two general categories. Number one is the retail price, and number two is the aftermarket price. For the retail price, these go for $100. They have a very steep potential for upside, and because they're so cheap and in year 2020, and if they are very sought after or the demand is high, or a combination with limited supply, which Nike has been very smart to do lately, this has a tendency of shooting up the prices, which leads me to the next category, the second category that I alluded to before, and this is the aftermarket price. So these are going around somewhere in the neighborhood, depending on your shoe size, somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 euros, give or take, which in my opinion is still a deal, because all it takes is a celebrity to rock these or any kind of marketing gimmick that happens out there for these to shoot up. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks a lot for sticking around. It means the world to me. Thank you especially for your support. We're coming very close to that 100 subscribers milestone. Please, if you have not subscribed, hit that button. Also, like this video and hit the notification button so you can be informed of the latest reviews. And remember, always fresh, never stress.